Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing my April wrap up. So I read a total of 20 books. 4 of them were physical and then the rest were ebooks. I had a pretty slow reading month. I just didn't really read a lot. Also, I didn't read a lot of great books. I did enjoy most of what I read, but it just wasn't a great reading month for me. Anyways, so let's get into the wrap up. The first book I read was a physical one, and that was Looking Inside by Beth Curry? I'm not sure. You can barely see the cover. This I bought off of Book Outlet, I think around Christmas time. And I finally read it and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. I enjoyed the characters, liked the story. It was just overall a really entertaining romance book. I didn't really have high expectations because most, I think, of my Goodreads friends didn't really give it high ratings, but I really liked it and it was definitely a good standalone. I feel like standalone romances are really hard to find that are good. Did I say good twice in a sentence? Probably. But this one was great. I really liked it. Like the characters, definitely interesting. Something I've never really read before. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. Highly recommend. Then I read The Hookup Experiment by Emma Hart, and this I gave 3 to 5 stars. I enjoyed it. It was a cute, fast read, but I didn't really love it. I liked it. Didn't love it. Next, I read Rune and Rule by Pepper Winters. This I gave 3 out of 5 stars. This I bought at the thrift store a while ago, and yeah, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but it was just way too long. The characters kind of annoyed me at some parts because it's, I don't know, so obvious to me at certain points about specific things in the story, and the characters were just it was so obvious and they just completely ignored everything, and I was just I'm so annoyed. So I gave it 3 stars. I liked it, but it's not something that I would reread. However, me saying that, I did read the second book, which was Sin and Suffer. I wanted to know, because the first book ends on a cliffhanger, spoiler, and I wanted to know what happened. So I read the second book and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because I just wanted to know what happened. And I wanted to know how the characters lived their lives and whatnot. But other than that, I didn't really care. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Then I read Breaching the Contract by Chantal Fernando. This I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It was cute, but way too short. Claimed as His by Janika Snow. This I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Then I read Redemption by J.M. Dowrover. This is book 2 in the Sempre duology, and this I gave 4 to 5 stars. I liked it, but I had issues. I mean, basically most of the book, the main characters are not together, which is very sad. I read it in a day, but I kept putting it down because I was I just want the characters to reunite, blah blah blah. So I mean, that was a big drawback. That's why I didn't give it 5, because that was just really slow. Second thing, I mean, I'm destroyed by a certain death in here. Why would you do that to me? I'm not okay. Third, I know everybody's telling me to read the novella about, what is his name? I'm forgetting already. Oh, Corrado. Am I saying his name? Corrado. I know everybody's telling me to read his novella, and I will, but just, I need a moment. I am not, I love him as a character, but I'm not fully obsessed with him like everybody else is. So I will read the novella at some point. Just wait, okay? I need a breather from reading this and what happened in this. It was just a lot. I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. Liked it. Actually, I really loved it, but it was just kind of slow because the characters were not together, so that sucked. But everything else was pretty fast paced and a lot happened, and I'm emotionally scarred. So next I read Things Liars Say by Sarah Nye. This I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It's another series of hers. It's a trilogy, and I think this is some of her earlier work. Yeah, this I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It was really cute. and fun. However, I don't know if I'll continue the series because I am not a big fan of books written in like text messages or letters. I'm just not a big fan. I find it really boring. So I probably won't continue because the other two books are like that. And I don't know. I did enjoy it, but I'm not gonna finish the series. Then I read Misadventures of a Rookie by Tony Aleo. This I gave 4 to 5 stars. This is book 11 in the Misadventures series, and I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not my favorite from Tony Aleo. I've read her other books, and some of them are better than this. So yeah, I mean, I liked it, but I don't know. I'm kind of having, I mean, I still gave it 4 stars, so I did like it, but I'm kind of having a miss and hit with the Misadventure series. Some of them I'm really liking, and some of them I'm really not at all. So, I mean, that sucks. Then I read 11 Other Words by Christina Lauren, and this I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I freaking loved this book. It was so good, and I loved Roomies. I really enjoyed Roomies. I think I gave it 5 stars, but it was more like a 4.5. This is like a true 5 out of 5. I loved this, and it put me kind of in a slump. I don't think I really read something for like 6 days, which is so not me. I just loved this. This was amazing, and I can't say enough good things about this book. I loved the romance. I loved the characters separately. I loved just everything. I loved how it went back and forth between the present and the past, and it was just so great. It's basically about these two characters who were neighbors and basically fell in love with each other, and then they had a big fallout, and it's following the future, so like them reuniting randomly, and then it flashes back to them falling in love and like what leading up to what happened to their fallout. I'm really not explaining it, but trust me, this is their best work. I mean, if you loved Roomies, you will love this even more, I'm telling you. Even if you didn't like Roomies, I feel like you should give this one a shot if you love romance. This one is definitely a lot more romance heavy than their other books. Well, aside from the Beautiful Bastard series, I mean, I just loved it, and I highly recommend it. It's literally it's probably my top 5 of 2018 already. Like, I loved it so much, and it put me in the biggest slump, so. Then I read Wrapped in My Wife by Alexa Riley. This I gave 3 to 5 stars. Then I read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. This I gave 4 to 5 stars. I really liked it, but I mean, I wasn't like as obsessed as I thought I would be. Like, I really thought I would love this book. I mean, I still give it 4, so it's not like bad or anything. I think I just had higher expectations. I think like 1 or 2 people had arcs that I have on Goodreads as friends, and they like all gave it 5 stars. So I was expecting to really freaking love it, and I mean, I gave it 4. So I did like it, but I just wasn't completely into it. I think both characters, I just didn't see the full attraction, or like the full, like I didn't feel 100% of their chemistry. I felt like maybe 70% of it, and that's why it kind of lacked for me. But I did like it, and I do recommend it, so. Then I read Chaser by Kylie Scott. This is book 3 in the Dive Bar trilogy. I think it's only a trilogy. This I gave 4 to 5 stars. I really liked it. The characters were great. Next, I read Hot Acid by Lauren Lane. I received an ARC from NetGalley, which I am so thankful for. I literally almost cried when I saw the email. I was just so ecstatic. If you didn't know, this is one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and I was just so thrilled to get this. Like, I could not believe I got an e-arc, and this comes out on May 22nd, and this I did give 4, but I'm kind of thinking to give it 3.5. I liked it, but it's not my favorite Lauren Lane book, sadly. I think my problem was the female character. There was just something about her I feel like I've already read in Lauren Lane's books, and that's not a problem, but I just felt like I've already read a character like her before, and I just wasn't really feeling her. But I did like the male character, and I did like the romance. I like how it had kind of somewhat of forbiddenness to it. So yeah, it's more like a 3.5, almost a 4, but I still did enjoy it, and I do recommend that you check it out. especially if you haven't read Lauren Lane's books. This is one to keep on your radar. Giving Her My Baby by Alexa Riley. This I gave 3 to 5 stars. Misadventures with the Boss by Kendall Ryan. This is the book 12 in the Misadventures series. This I gave 3 to 5 stars. Disappointing. My last Kendall Ryan book I read was Baby Daddy, and I really liked that one. I gave it like 4 out of 5. And this one, like, I liked it, but not enough to give it like 4. So then I read Voyeur by Fiona Cole. This I gave 2 out of 5 stars. I had read her other book. I think it was Imagine Me. I think I read it last year and really liked it. So this, obviously, I really wanted to read. But I didn't really like it. I didn't like the female character. Didn't really like the male character. I don't even know why I finished it, but I did. I mean, it was hot and sexy, but that was pretty much it. So, and it was forbidden, which was great. Like, there had a forbidden aspect to it. But other than that, I mean, I didn't really like it. Then I read Pride and Surrender by Jennifer Dawson, which I gave 3 to 5 stars. It was super short, so I feel like I couldn't have given it higher than that. But I liked it. Then I read I Dare You by, is it Isla Madden Mills? This I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It's more like 2.5, to be honest with you. I liked it, but the female character ticked me off. And the last book I read in April was Savor You by Kristen Proby. This is book 5 in the Fusion series. This I gave 4 to 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I love this whole series. I think it's a really great series, and I highly recommend that you check it out. It's just about a bunch of women who run a restaurant together, and they each find love, and I just think it's a really great series, so I do recommend it. And that is it for my April wrap-up. I hope this video wasn't too long. I didn't really read that many books, but I feel like I had a lot to say. So I didn't really have the greatest reading month. I mean, I read 1 5-star book, and the rest were like 4 3s and 2s, so it wasn't really that great. I am happy I found a new favorite book, so I mean, let me know how many books you read in the month of April and which one was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!